Hey everybody, this is Doa, and I'm back with Game 3 between Tester, who we see up here in the 9 o'clock position on Lost Temple as the Blue Protoss, also known as sSKS now, as of late. And his opponent again is going to be NEXGenius, spawning as a Red Protoss in the 6 o'clock position. And guys, I'm just like totally pumped up right now because I just watched Leenock versus Clyde in GSL Season 3. The best ZVT series I have ever seen. I mean, if you don't have a subscription to Season 3 yet on GOMtv, just go get one. I mean, that series is worth it by far just by itself. I mean, even if you get the pass and then never watch anything else besides Clyde versus Leenock, it'll be worth it. I mean, I'm speechless. I don't know what else to say. It was amazing. And yeah, so anyway, that was amazing. I've got a feeling that this game is going to be amazing too. We have two awesome Protoss players spawning in close positions by air, so we're going to have to see if that determines their build orders. As we saw from Game 2, NEXGenius doing an awesome job of going one gate right into Robo, and then just doing a really good job of hiding what he was doing to kind of catch Tester off guard in the end with a little bit of an attack through the bottom side of Shakira's Plateau, breaking through those rocks and ending the game rather quickly. We see both players sending out their scouting SCVs right now, and they're both going to find where each other is not at the 3 o'clock or 12 o'clock positions here. And I suppose it's kind of maybe the 2 o'clock position too. I don't know. It's kind of, it could go either way. I'm not a big fan of the clock positions anyway, but that's what everybody uses, so that's what I use as well. Though sometimes I say top and bottom, but anyway. I digress. Probe for Tester taking this Xel'Naga tower, watching for this SCV, or not SCV, this probe going through right here, and I think he does see it, and that basically tells him from the timing of that probably pretty much where his opponent is, and he will scout now just to check it out. If you notice, he didn't even bother coming up here. He just used that Xel'Naga tower to see where his opponent was. Really smart move by Tester, just showing you at what a high level these players play at. Cybernetics core going down for both players right now. Looks like we do have that going down for Tester as well. Looks like NEXGenius is still doing some scouting around the map, and he is going to finally find his opponent here at this position on Lost Temple. And Lost Temple, I mean, it's any map where you're having a mirror match anyway is pretty balanced. But I don't know, the close air positions does produce some very interesting games sometimes. Looks like we have a little bit of harassment going on from the probe of Tester, and he's going to run away just as the shields run out. In the meantime, NEXGenius stealing some minerals. What a dastardly move by that probe as he escapes with the minerals, weaving between the probes of Tester like a football player. Spin move. Oh, he goes back, attacks this probe. He says, hey, get to work. Why haven't you done anything yet? In the meantime, Zealot comes out to end all the fun. In the meantime, Tester putting out another pylon to try to hinder that probe a little bit more. But the probe for NEXGenius does escape the base. Looks like we do have a Stalker coming out for NEXGenius before Zealot even. So going straight to Stalkers, NEXGenius able to force out that probe a little bit early, but Tester does get away just in time with that probe, of course. And so already we see a little bit of a deviation. Tester deciding to go for a Zealot before a Stalker, and well, Twilight Council right away for NEXGenius. Okay, so another very quick tech build, which could be another reason why he got that Stalker so early, again, just to kind of hide what he's doing from his opponent. But it looks like Tester is going to push out across the map a little bit with this early combination of a Zealot and a Stalker, just taking that Xel'Naga tower just to watch for any incoming forces around this area right here that his opponent might be sending across. And let's see, we also have a Twilight Council going up for Tester as well. So both players, I would imagine, are probably going to be going into some sort of Blink Stalker build. An early Blink Stalker push can be very effective in PvP just because you can kind of avoid the whole sentry business and just blink up right up the ramp past the force fields. We do have a pylon going up here for Tester as well, which would be a good spotter if his opponent had decided to go Star Tech, which it looks like he hadn't done. Looks like he's getting 2 more gateways as well, and getting Blink right now. Looks like both players getting Blink, so we're going to have a Blink Stalker versus Blink Stalker battle. In the meantime, a smaller Stalker versus Stalker conflict over this Xel'Naga tower. NEXGenius will be pushed back just briefly, and in the meantime, it looks like more Stalkers coming out. Warp Gate research just now finishing for Tester. And NEXGenius putting up a pylon as well. So again, NEXGenius with that fairly early forward pylon. And again, I think it is going to be seen fairly soon. Does Tester see? Yes, he does. So he is going to work on that. NEXGenius may actually want to cancel that, as I don't think he really has any reinforcements that can reach it in time. These Stalkers are certainly not going to get there. But no, it looks like he is just going to let it go. And yeah, I think that pylon is just going to more or less be away. So though we do have another one hidden back here as well. So NEXGenius losing that pylon. In the meantime, pushing on with these stalkers. Blink has finished for both players now. And so that is going to be utilized a little bit. Blinking ahead to try to catch these stalkers. And Tester blinks to save those stalkers. Excellent micro from both players. NEXGenius trying to catch that stalker, but Tester getting it away just in time. And now NEXGenius will be able to spawn in more units at a forward position, which will be very helpful. Looks like he is probably going to put another pylon down here. Well, maybe he won't actually. Alright, just taking the tower for the moment. In the meantime, we do have a pylon hidden in the back of the base of NEXGenius. Tester sneaking in with a probe to put down a pylon. That could cause a lot of problems for our red Protoss here. And yeah, because I'm sure that he doesn't see it. Let's see. Yeah, he has no idea. Oops, wrong one. Yep, no idea. And in the meantime, we do have some stalkers moving across the map. For NEXGenius, he's going to try to push in and take out his opponent right now, doing a little bit of early aggression, deciding to fall back as he gets a few more units. Blinking in one stalker to get some vision, and then blinking up behind the units of Testers. Able to go in and take out a few of these stalkers. Stalker's getting very low on health for Tester right now. He's going to have to do some great blink micro, and he is blinking them back, but each one does take a little bit of damage. NEXGenius blinking in to try to take down those weakened stalkers, and right now it looks like NEXGenius does have a little bit of an advantage. But I'm just waiting for Tester to spawn units in down at the main of NEXGenius. But it looks like right now he has to worry about his own probes. Tester looking at dire straits right now, right off the bat. NEXGenius may win this game right here. Tester's sending his stalkers or his probes back to mining. He must have something planned. We do have a Dark Shrine up as well for Tester. And at the same time, we do have Dark Templar in the base of NEXGenius going to work on the probe. So both players taking out their economy right now, although it does look like NEXGenius has killed all the probes, almost all the probes for Tester. And yeah, NEXGenius has nothing that can detect this right now. His economy in serious trouble. So wow, both players completely taking out each other's economy right now. Tester with basically 0 SCVs. Let's take a look at the, why do I keep saying SCVs? Let's take a look at the unit counting station. Right now, NEXGenius with 4 probes as opposed to the 1 probe of Tester. And looks like NEXGenius hiding a forge back here to try to gain the ability to build some cannons possibly in the main. Whoa, what did my mouse do there? And yeah, if he can get a cannon built where this Dark Templar does not see it, he might be able to regain his main. In the meantime, he is sending out some stalkers across the map here. A lot of action going on in this game. A lot to keep track of. This probe moving across the map as well. Running for his life from these stalkers. Another forward pylon for Tester here as well. NEXGenius putting up some photon cannons to protect that forge, as he will need that forge protected in order to go back in and spawn more cannons at his main, although this Nexus may go down. In the meantime, NEXGenius pushing into the main for Tester again. He's going to go to work right on the main of Tester as well, so both players attacking each other's Nexuses. Tester does not have enough to rebuild this Nexus, and neither does NEXGenius, so both players basically all in at this time. And if we look at the unit counting station again, which I already had up, looks like NEXGenius with 7 stalkers as opposed to the 2 Dark Templars of Tester, and that is going to be all the units. The Nexus for NEXGenius goes down. In the meantime, the Nexus for Tester barely alive at 38 hit points. I can't believe NEXGenius didn't take that out. I don't know what he was thinking leaving that alive. In the meantime, a Dark Templar roaming the map, going after the few remaining stalkers of NEXGenius. This could be very bad, and NEXGenius of course being revealed because he hasn't rebuilt his Nexus because he can't. That other Nexus for Tester is still low. NEXGenius taking out this pylon. That's going to give him a little bit of an advantage there. These stalkers running in. They know they need to finish the job. They need to take out this Nexus. Blinking in to finally take it down, having to take down a few more shields. This Dark Templar in hot pursuit going after these stalkers, but they are going to be able to escape. So right now, NEXGenius may be at a little bit of an advantage, but really all he can do right now is hope that he can possibly lure the Dark Templars within range of these cannons here, because he can't build anymore, so he has to figure out some way to lure him in. And so right now, NEXGenius really has the trump card in this, as even if Tester goes in and destroys the rest of NEXGenius's base, he still is going to have to destroy this to win the game, and this one cannon may be what it takes, because he can't move in and destroy it. The stalkers will be able to take out those Dark Templars. So, wow, I mean, talk about a crazy game. What a stalemate right now. Both players trying to figure out what they're going to do. NEXGenius, all he really needs to do is wait, yeah, Tester's going to need to move in and try to destroy this eventually, poking away at the buildings of NEXGenius. But this game could suddenly become very slow, as both players kind of have to sit back and think, well, what are we gonna do now? We can't build anything else. Neither player has enough economy to build anything. And yeah, I think it's more or less inevitable that NEXGenius is going to win with this lone cannon. This is, you know, again, the ace up his sleeve, the trump card. And I wonder if Tester knows about it. He does appear to know that this cannon is here too, so he knows that even if he destroys the base of NEXGenius, it's not going to matter. He has to find some way to lure the stalkers away from this cannon, but it is just not going to happen. I think at some point Tester is just going to have to concede this game, as there really is no conceivable way that he can come back unless NEXGenius makes some sort of huge critical blunder. I'm trying to find that other Dark Templar right here guarding the base of Tester as NEXGenius. Really doesn't need to worry about these buildings again. Spreading out his stalkers now to kind of cover the range of the cannon. A nice flying V formation. Maybe these stalkers are thinking of flying south for the winter, but I think they're thinking instead of eventually winning the game. These stalkers right here already planning their retirement. They're saying when this war is over, we're going to move to, I don't know, Sweden, where there's another great StarCraft community that I've heard of. And in the meantime, the base of Tester is still just kind of chilling out. This one Dark Templar thinking, I am the most bored Dark Templar, and I'm feeling very weak to it. Only 2 hit points. This Dark Templar needs a nap very badly. And yeah, so right now Tester just has to concede. I mean, at some point he has to realize that there's just no way he can win this game, and he does. Tester GGing, and NEXGenius wins the game with just a forge and 1 cannon making the difference in the end. So wow, what an epic finale to a great best of 3 between 2 excellent Protoss players. This is just, I don't know, one of the most fun series I've ever cast. I hope you guys love it. If you like my cast, please subscribe. There will be lots more awesome StarCraft coming up in the future. Again, this is Doa with the Rush Network, and we'll see you guys on the next cast.